Periyava Sharanam, Glimpses from Sri Periyava's Life History, Volume 1, Chapter 6, Inspiring Initiatives in Education and Arts. Beginning in 1917 at Kumbakonam, Maha Periyava initiated many laudable activities to encourage education and arts in various parts of India. Some of these activities are briefly described in the following paragraphs. Honoring scholars. Soon after the annual convention of the Kumbakonam Advaita Sabha in August 1917, Maha Periyava convened a meeting of scholars. At this meeting, Maha Periyava honored numerous well-qualified people from all over India, including professors from prominent educational institutions such as the Calcutta University, Kasi Hindu University, Chennai Sanskrit College, Bombay Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, and talented Vedic scholars from different cities. Maha Periyava also conferred the title of Shastra Ratnakaram on two great Vedic scholars, Brahmashri Palamaneri Ramaswamy Shastrigal and Brahmashri Thiruvisainallur Venkadashubba Shastrigal. Later on, many scholars have received this title. Note, the names of 19 scholars who received this title later are given in the Tamil book. From time to time, Maha Periyava had honored them. Encouraging students. Essay competition. In the same year, in order to get college students interested in religion, Maha Periyava announced an essay competition for them. The topic for the essay in English was Pursuant to changes taking place all around, how to determine ways to protect Sanatana Dharma. Many students from colleges in major cities like Chennai, Tiruchi, Madurai and others participated in this essay competition. Students who wrote the first 3 winning essays received cash prizes and books. The student winner of the first prize at this competition, V.R. Ramachandra Dikshidhar, later became the professor of history in the University of Madras. Financial assistance. Maha Periyava had arranged to provide scholarships to college and university students for the year 1917 and for subsequent years. He had also extended financial assistance to schools that provided religious education. Medical aid to poor. During 1917, Maha Periyava had established an Ayurvedic clinic to provide free health care to poor people. The doctors who served at this clinic were Vaidya Visharads, a qualification title, Jagat Rakshaka Shastrigal and Tiruvannamalai Krishna Shastrigal, both graduates from Venkatramana Ayurvedic College in Mylapore, Chennai. Encouraging arts. During Maha Periyava's stay in Kumbakonam from the year 1914 to 1918, artists, musicians, linguists and scholars from different parts of India continued to visit the mutt for Maha Periyava's darshan. Almost every day there used to be a meeting of scholars in the evening time and heated discussions on matters related to Shastras. Maha Periyava would patiently listen to all arguments and at the end explain the truth and validity behind every argument. Everyone around would be surprised at the admirable manner in which Maha Periyava used to draw conclusions acceptable to all. Maha Periyava and Avadhanam. Avadhana is a Sanskrit word meaning concentration. Avadhanam refers to a person's ability to concentrate and perform correctly multiple tasks at the same time. It requires a very high level of attention, quick grasp, strong memory power, and knowledge of various topics including literature. Avadhani refers to the individual who successfully performs avadhanam. In those days, talented scholars and poets called Ashtavadanis and Shatavadanis used to travel across the country and demonstrate their knowledge and superior skills to people in high places to earn their appreciation and some gifts. Ashtavadanis, Ashta means 8, were experts who quickly understood 8 questions from different scholars at one go and answered each of the questions correctly and exactly in the same order in which they were asked. Likewise, Shatavadanis, Shata means 100, were those who could answer 100 questions correctly. To prove their skills, the Avadanis had to be smart and proficient in different subjects such as languages, arts and poetry, mathematics, astrology, logic, Vedanta, Mimamsa and Vyakarana. In order to test and verify the skills of each Avadhani, many scholars, subject experts, would be seated around the Avadhani and shoot questions at him from various subjects one after another. For example, one scholar may recite the first line of a poem and ask the Avadhani to recite the next line. Another scholar may ask for answer to a complex question in mathematics. The third scholar could be an astrologer, describing an horoscope and asking for predictions based on astrological signs. A musical scholar might sing a rare raga tune and ask the Avadhani to identify the raga. Another scholar could question him on flowers. Yet another scholar may test the Avadhani's knowledge of epics by asking a question from the Ramayana, and so on. At the end of a set number of questions in quick succession, the Avadhani had to answer all the questions correctly in the same order. The Avadhani's amazing feat required intimate knowledge on various topics, the ability to listen carefully and concentrate, and above all, remembering many unrelated questions in the same sequence. Therefore, the event to test Avadhani skills generally provided a literary feast and entertainment to the audience. An interesting incident related to Avadhanam took place at the Mutt. Once, an aged Vaishnavite devotee of Vishnu, Shatavadhani, one who could answer 100 questions, had visited the Kumbakonam Mutt. Following the usual practice, experts in different subjects grilled the Shatavadhani with various test questions. While the experts were asking the questions, Maha Periyava asked a person to note down his own answer to every question. The talented Shatavadhani visitor replied all the test questions correctly without any hesitation. At the end, a comparative check of his answers with Maha Periyava's own answers noted down separately revealed that both sets of answers matched perfectly. People around were immensely impressed with Maha Periyava's knowledge. Maha Periyava then complimented the Shatavadhani and honored him with a Kashmiri shawl and other gifts. Later, For a couple of years, the same Shatavadani used to visit the mutt often. Likewise, many other artists used to visit the mutt often to demonstrate their skills before Mahaperiyava and receive gifts from him. Visitors' impressions. The owner of a large circus company in those days, Professor Ramamurthy, once met with Mahaperiyava and got his doubts on yoga clarified by Mahaperiyava. Later, this person referred about his meeting with Mahaperiyava to one of his friends and told him, "I saw the real power of brahmacharya, celibacy, in Mahaperiyava. With such power, one can achieve all the feats that are considered unachievable in this world." In the year 1917, the Maharaja, King of Darbhanga, during his travels in South India, stayed in Kumbakonam for 3 days. At the time, he met with Mahaperiyava, discussed with him about the temples that integrated North and South and the cultures. Impressed with Mahaperiyava's spiritual power, the Maharaja requested Mahaperiyava to visit North India. Mahaperiyava's multiple initiatives in the field of education and arts inspired millions of people in various parts of the country. Periyava Sharanam.